What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscriber died trying. You see the thumbnail. Bro, renters aren't broke. I just did a video about, the cost of living, but be, especially with this moratorium, there are people who haven't paid rent, you know, in a year plus, and the moratorium is about to end, and then you got people looking for places to stay. After that, you didn't pay rent at one place, and now you're trying to move to another, you know. And what people are gonna look at it like, you're not broke. Like you've possibly been working or getting unemployment, getting stimulus checks. You know, you should hit the ground running. So what's gonna wind up happening is, as far as this moratorium goes, people are gonna look at renters with a different point of view. Like, nah, you got money. You got money. Like, chill out. Just chill out. Like, when people go, well, I can't make it right now. I'm struggling. Nobody wants to hear that you're struggling. There was a moratorium on rent. I had to pay my mortgage every month. Well, I never chose to do the moratorium thing. But the interesting part about it is places have opened back up. Cities have opened back up or whatever. And now people are going to have to go back to work or figure out employment, however you want to call it. And I think, landlords and owners are going to look at it like, listen, y'all had all year to get your money right. 2 stimulus, 3 stimulus, 4 stimulus, extra bonuses for kids. It's just time to get it together. Like, nobody has time to play this game with you. And what I find interesting about this whole situation is, you got people who are really trying to milk it. You know what I'm saying? People that bought cars. I don't know why, but people who bought cars. People, you didn't have to pay rent, so you upgraded your furniture. You didn't have to pay rent, so you upgraded. You went on numerous trips. Because I was looking around last year, and I was on social media just looking and seeing how many people were traveling, because the plane tickets during the pandemic were very cheap. I had to buy my son a plane ticket because he's gonna be here later on today, because he's living with me now. And the ticket the price of that ticket used to be $600-700. Now it was $170. I'm just talking about one ways and whatnot. So same thing with the hotel industry, right? You get a hotel for cheap. You get a nice room, and everybody's flying around doing this and that. So you got people who, landlords are like, no, you got money, man. I've been watching you on social media. When I was talking about in another video, a previous video, about watching a landlord being on social media, posting them watching their tenant who didn't pay rent for a year just hop in the Benz and drive off and go out on a date in nice clothes. And it's like, there ain't no getting around this now. There ain't, because people can't afford the down payment to buy a home now most times. And this is what interests me about the moratorium, because if you have debt, like credit card debt, student loan debt, this was probably a good time to use that moratorium to clear that debt off. So people are going to look like you have time to knock down your credit card debt, your student loan debt. If you had medical bills, you had time to knock that down, so you're not broke. Or if you didn't have those things, you had time to save up enough money to actually use that money as a down payment to buy a home in this market where people are buying homes left and right? So you got that issue. And I think about it like, people are going to look at you crazy. Like they're really gonna look at you crazy because it's like you got money. You got money. We've been watching you. You got money. You know, you've been buying shoes online and you've been Amazoning it up for a whole year. You got money. You know, you've been at Costco buying TVs. You got money. But the irony, even with the pandemic, like the question would be, say if it's another shortage, right? And people run out of toilet paper or water again. And if you don't have money for toilet paper and water again, then there's gonna be that's gonna be an issue. You know, people got the kids were out of school for a year, and you were getting stimulus bonuses for kids. Did you take your kids shopping? You got money. You get what I'm saying? You got money. So it's one of those things where um, renters aren't gonna get the I just give me a minute to get it together. You should be on time. Pay up right now. That's how it's gonna get looked at. So that's just my thoughts on it. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.